Welcome to the WDW Reflections Podcast. Here, we love to talk about the Walt Disney World Resort, the way we remember it, how it's changed, and why we still enjoy visiting the most magical place on Earth. So come with us on a podcast journey as we reflect on the WDW Reflections Podcast. So the last segment of the show is, I think it's probably our favorite to do each week. I know the three of us enjoy this. It's what we like to call What's Your Favorite? Each week, one of our hosts bring with them a question to ask the other two guys. Those two hosts don't know the questions ahead of time, and we must answer the questions on the spot as we record. So this week, Tony has control of What's Your Favorite? And let's see, Tony, what do you have for us on What's Your Favorite for this week?
All right, guys, this one might be a bit of a challenge because it's you're going to have to select amongst a couple of different choices again. This week, which is the first week of February, going into the second week of February, is when the Oscar nominees are going to be announced. And Disney, as we know, has always somehow been nominated for Best Song. I believe they've won 14 times over the past, 80 years or so since the Oscars have started. And they've had so many classics. I mean, so many of our favorite songs that we like just from the movie have gone on to win awards. And just to give an example, we've got things from When You Wish Upon a Star, Zippity Doo-Dah, Chim Chim Cheree, Under the Sea, Beauty and the Beast, A Whole New World, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, all the way down to something from like Man or Muppet, or something from Coco, which was Remember Me. So there have been so many songs that were nominated for Academy Awards over the years. And I'd like to know, which of the following four choices is your favorite? Is it When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio? Is it Chim Chim Cheree from Mary Poppins? Is it A Whole New World from Aladdin? Or is it Let It Go from Frozen? And all of these were the actual Academy Award winners for Disney across the years.
All great songs, actually. And although I'm still mad that they took away Maelstrom so they could create a Frozen ride, I have to admit that Frozen is a fantastic movie, and the Let It Go is a phenomenal song. That lady that sings that song, and her name escapes me right now.
Idina Menzel, and don't do John Travolta.
Yes, I'm not going to sing it, but that lady has a ridiculous, almost. There's no way she's human. The power in that lady's voice is amazing. I love that song. I really do. My favorite is actually pretty easy though. It's not Let It Go. Is probably A Whole New World from Aladdin. Aladdin. I don't know. It came out in 92. I graduated high school in 92. Aladdin is actually my all-time favorite animated Disney animated movie. Every song in that movie is phenomenal. So it's no surprise that A Whole New World won the Oscar for that year for Best Song. But a fantastic song, fantastic movie. I love that segment in Filler Magic when they do the Whole New World song. It's a really, really good song. My all-time favorite Disney movie. So A Whole New World gets my vote for this question.
Okay, Rana, you ready to answer this question? Is it?
No, this is a hard question.
Yeah.
I love music, and I especially love Disney music. To me, they create an atmosphere like no other with the music that they choose. They obviously choose really good composers and people that really can create the imagery and the atmosphere that they want for the movie. And all four of these, I think, do exactly that. When Jiminy Cricket is talking to Pinocchio, though, that's such a poignant time, and it's just I just love that. But then you've got Dick Van Dyke singing Chim Chim Cheree. And I mean, wow, this is tough because I too love It's a Whole New World. Frozen, I'm this is not a slam, but Frozen will not Let It Go is not going to be my favorite. It's a great song and I love it. But it's so overplayed, and not that makes it not good. It's too new to beat the other three classics that you've got me choosing between. So that was the easy one to remove, just because it doesn't necessarily. It still brings some special times because my girls absolutely love that song when they were smaller. So they weren't as young though. I'm stalling because I'm really struggling.
Yeah, he's monologuing, so he doesn't have to make a choice yet.
But I think I'm going to go with Jiminy Cricket and Wish Upon a Star. That was a really special moment in that movie, and I think it really just brought that whole movie together.
It's a beautiful sentiment to that song as well.
Yeah.
And even though Pinocchio is probably my all-time favorite Disney movie, I will have to say that my all-time favorite Disney song is also A Whole New World, as Dewey mentioned here. I have a lot of reasons for it. Some of them are personal, but it was the first time that the two songwriters that I admire very much collaborated, and they made it into a top 10 hit. I actually got the opportunity to speak to Alan Menken when it was a #1 hit at Beauty and the Beast, and that was fun because I said, "Hey, do you know your song is #1?" And he was excited about that. So, A Whole New World has a lot of meaning. I think it was sort of our wedding song as well for me and my wife. Aladdin also for me was one of my favorites. So we've got 2 votes for A Whole New World, and believe me, When You Wish Upon a Star is also up there. And whenever I think of a Disney song, that's the first one that comes to mind. So
I'll be honest. If I had not chosen Wish Upon a Star, it was going to be A Whole New World. So because as you guys know, I love Magic and that.
Oh yeah,
that whole show together. I mean, I've seen I've worked with a lot of students, and a lot of them have performed it in their high school musicals and stuff. So anyway.
well, there were so many good ones. I mean, the other ones that we could have chosen from. I mean, I'm not so sure if Man or Muppet belongs in this whole list of songs. I mean, it was a funny song and probably the best of that time. But and I don't even remember We Belong Together from Toy Story 3. But or If I Didn't Have You from Monsters Inc. I don't even know what that is, and I'm pretty familiar with Disney songs. I don't remember that one. Do you guys?
No, I don't think that one doesn't ring any bells.
It won in
me.
2001. If I Didn't Have You, Randy Newman's song. I don't remember that. But of course, there were classics. I could have said Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, of course, from The Lion King, and The Beauty and the Beast, and Under the Sea. 2 other
Tarzan
ones.
has some good ones out there too. I forget. They're not coming directly to mind, but I mean, Phil Collins was.
Oh yeah, and You'll Be in My Heart, of course. Yeah. I mean, there were so many great ones that were out there. Interestingly enough, there's a little bit of a curiosity going on this year because the big song that's apparently going around. I haven't seen the movie yet, but the big song that's going around with everybody now is "We Don't Talk About Bruno" from Encanto. It's becoming the new Let It Go. I believe it's the #1 song this week on Billboard, as well as going viral. And it is apparently not eligible to be nominated for an Academy Award because it was not submitted. Apparently the filmmakers have a choice of which songs to submit for Academy Award. And instead of that song from Encanto, they chose one that's called Dos Arguitas, whatever that means. I don't even know. But I haven't seen that movie. I don't know if you guys have, but that's the song that's they're expecting to be the Oscar contender. But we don't talk about Bruno. Seems to be the big new Let It Go replacement, and I can't tell you how that goes either because I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Encanto yet. It's on my to-do list, but my to-do list is pretty long.
Me too. Same here.
So I haven't. I know that it's very popular right now, and breaking records and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, Disney makes great songs, great music. So I'm sure it's getting all the hype because it's that good. But I have not seen the movie, and I definitely have not heard the song.
Well, I'd love to know from our audience, what's their favorite Disney song? If you have a favorite, let us know in the comments. I'd like to know what, either from the list that I gave, or do you have another one? Did you see Encanto and do you like that song? Or I know another one that's getting played is something called Surface Pressure from that show. I mean, from that movie. So if you guys have a favorite, let us know.
Please find and follow us on all of our social media. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at WDW Reflections Podcast, and on Twitter at WDW Reflections. This podcast can currently be found and played on many podcast platforms. And don't forget, you can always message us from any of those social media accounts, or you can email us at wdwreflectionspodcast@gmail.com. Send us questions, comments, requests for trip tips, ideas for future podcast topics, or anything that you can think of. Just give us a holler because we'd love to hear from you. And please keep coming back and listening to the show because we truly appreciate you, the listeners. Thank you for reflecting on the Walt Disney World memories with us on the WDW Reflections Podcast.